Today is International Day of Peace. The day is celebrated every 21st September as directed by the General Assembly of the United Nations in 2002. It provides an opportunity for individuals, organizations, and nations to create practical acts of peace on a shared date. It was established in the year 1981 to coincide with the opening of the General Assembly. This year's celebration focuses on the climate action for peace, which was adopted by the General Assembly. The United Nations process of negotiations has created 169 development targets to all countries of the world with an aim of promoting peace. This year's Peace Day celebration focuses on SDG 13, climate action. Climate action is a call for prompt action by all to lower greenhouse emissions, build resilience, and improve education on climate change. It also encourages countries to build greener and more resilient economies. Climate change constitutes a threat to international peace and security. As natural disasters, the most consequences on climate change is said to displace 3 times as many people like conflicts. The phenomenon also poses a threat to food security and public health. The theme for this year's celebration also highlights the role for individuals to protect the environment, planet, and shared values that will combat climate change. This call for concerted action against the vicissitudes of climate change for individuals, communities, and governments to ensure the protection of the environment. By creating the Peace Day, the United Nations have devoted itself to global peace and encourage all of mankind to work and cooperate for this goal of attaining peace. Peace Day should be devoted to commemorating and strengthening the ideas of peace, both within and amongst the people of all nations. Peace as a theme is not simply the absence of war. Neither is it a theme that applies only to the relationship between nations. Peace is possible in all relationships. A relationship of peace is one where there is harmony, order, purpose, and fulfillment. In effect, peace is a theme that has wide universal applications to all relationships. It is in this connection that all and sundry are expected to continue in no small measures for the attainment of peace. The end of the Cold War was celebrated in many circles to have effectively removed ideological barriers. However, the celebration was short-lived as the last 3 decades witnessed a dramatic increase in the number of civil strikes, violent conflict around the world. Nigeria, for example, was not left out of this crisis, having witnessed a good number of ethno-religious and intrastate conflicts. In 1994, according to study, there were over 34 wars waged across the world. Survivors of such wars forever remain traumatized and even displaced. Similar studies generally show that most of the violent conflicts occur in developing countries, especially in Africa. It is a sad development that Nigeria is today in the vicious grip of inexplicable violence killings of horrendous proportions. Indeed, Nigeria today has become a theater full of tension, violence, declining values, electoral fraud, social injustice, poor resource management, ethnic and religious intolerance. Related to these, the gun culture has already taken a dominant position in the psyche of Nigerians, threatening the future of the youth, who deserve a peaceful and better quality of life. We must therefore remind ourselves that peace cannot be attained in the midst of avoidable crises, the kind that we are witnessing today in Nigeria. These needless crises should attract the concern of well-meaning individuals in the polity, including the government. No doubt, if the government takes the right decision, it is possible for people to live in peace and harmony. In the words of the former President of America, Barack Obama, the peace we seek in the world begins in human hearts, and it finds its glorious expression when we look beyond any differences in religion or tribe and rejoice in the beauty of every soul. Accordingly, the need to pursue peace, institutionalize peace, and preach peace has become highly imperative for all and sundry, regardless of ethno-religious and ideological differences. The Peace Corps of Nigeria was in 2012 granted a special consultative status by the United Nations and its partners. As an organization and considering the peculiarities of our environment, Peace Corps has come up with the theme, Climate Action for Peace, the role of the youth in protecting our environment. The adoption of this theme is not only apt, but very strategic in the sense that our youth have a pivotal role to play in protecting our environment. And in its determination to promote the culture of peace, Peace Corps of Nigeria over a month ago flagged off a laudable program tagged Let's Give Peace a Chance nationwide, which is currently ongoing. The essence of this program is to reach out to all Nigerians, irrespective of their tribes, religion, and ethnic nationality, on the need to promote peace in all ramifications of the society. To underscore the fact that the message of Let's Give Peace a Chance is catching on like a wild bushfire, the Niger State Command of the Peace Corps of Nigeria has forged a formidable synergy with the military and other paramilitary organizations in the state, geared towards fostering unity, peace, and development of the country. Similarly, Peace Club is being established in schools and colleges across Nigeria, with a view to catching the pupils and students young in this noble enterprise of inculcating peace in them, which they are expected to imbibe and preach as they grow up. This move is strategic, considering the fact that a sizable proportion of crime is being perpetuated by the youths. The idea behind establishing Peace Club is targeted at nation building, which is part of our core mandate. In the same vein, Peace Corps of Nigeria has equally initiated environmental sanitation in the state commands, which is targeted at ensuring that our environments are kept clean as part of our community service development. On a parting note, the entire credit for all these wonderful programs tailored towards ensuring the prevalence of peace in the country goes to our National Commandant, Ambassador Dr. Dixon Ako, a man whose life epitomizes peace in all ramifications, a man who lives and breathes peace. Finally, let peace begin from you and me, and by the little things we do in our homes, offices, marketplaces, etc. Peace is all we need in our dear country. Let's give peace a chance to strive.